Alright guys, here we are. I've got the audio all worked out and I'm fixing to start a new character on Wrath of the Lich King World of Warcraft private server Warmane, the Lordaeron server. It has 1x experience. It has harder in-game raid content that we'll be getting into a little bit if we do well on this character. And I actually haven't decided what character I'm going to play, other than that I'm not going to play Paladin because I just made a Paladin on this account and leveled it to 69. I actually leveled it as a tank the whole time, and then now I'm not going to be a tank. I just hate the male blood elf model. I don't normally play female characters on here, but there you go. So I'm kind of leaning towards making an undead priest or mage or warlock. Leaning towards being a clothy. I'm thinking probably priest, because then I can still go shadow if I want for PvP. They have dispersion and a bunch of cool stuff. Or I can heal in PvP. Or I can do, damage or heal in... I have more options, These are just DPS classes. Mage is fun though. Fire mage is really fun. Arcane's not so stupid now because I think they have some abilities that make it less stupid, but it's still not very cool. I think I'm just gonna do... I like having a jaw, but I don't want to have an X on my face. That'll do. Let's name this guy Roger Mortimer. It's a name from something I've heard of. Alright, so we're going to take off here and not watch the opening sequence. I'm going to describe a little bit of things about World of Warcraft here to y'all as we go. One of the things is that I usually do right away on a character is I go to interface, action bars, and then just kick all these action bars on, because you're going to need those. And we'll just go ahead, and I've already got my mouse buttons hotkeyed onto this area here, and then I've got some other buttons, like this one I use to mount. This is shift and spacebar, and this one's shift and tab that I use for pain suppression, or like if I'm a tanking class, for that kind of thing. And then hunger we won't use much, we'll put it over there, and then we'll probably use our hearth eventually, put it there. So yeah, now we're set up. We're gonna roll into Death Knell and pick up the first set of quests here, and then we'll be running out to do them. Nothing here should be challenging. The mobs hit for like 1, and smite hits for more than that. Ah, here's our competition. See if we can get to RDF before him. That's Random Dungeon Finder. Shorthand there. Looks like we can only get one quest. Mindless Zombie and Wretched Ghouls. So that should be fun. So they modified this where Smite doesn't cost hardly any mana, so you can just cast it over and over, never run out of mana on low levels. It's just really nice compared to how it was in Classic. This part is a lot less tedious. Can't even throw out a buff. Oh, thanks. Thanks, man. Thank you. I'll target you and jump. That's my way of saying I don't have a magic number. Thanks. I'm not gonna tap it. That gives us 3 more stamina. I don't know that it really helps us out that much, because we weren't gonna die anyway in the next 30 minutes. Oh, look, you can run out of mana. Look at that. So it regens real fast, but if you just keep spamming, you will run out, as you can see there. So my goal here is to level this as a healer, not as DPS, and I know you can just heal and DPS back, yeah. I like taking their dungeons seriously and trying to do my role as well as I can. Because if you have a tank that kind of tanks and DPS back, and so DPSs that kind of don't really try that hard, and then if nobody puts any effort into it, then things do start to spiral downward in some of the later dungeons. Like you get to, you know, Magister's Terrace at level 68 and everybody's dying instead of succeeding, so. Alright, there we go. Is one quest done. We'll just hop back up here and turn it in, and I can see that since we gained to level 2, we already have another option of quest. We didn't get any cloth gear. We need to sell those items before we leave town because bag space is a real issue out the gate. We will be doing tailoring, and so we will have extra bags sooner than later, but it's still not that soon. Okay, so now we've got a few quests. Oh. One quest was to run right here.
Beware the living.
Oh, now I've got as well. Alright, so we're going to clear out our inventory here and then roll out and complete whatever quests we have to complete.
Trust no one.
In fact, is there an innkeeper? Is there an innkeeper here? General supplies. Is there no inn in this town? Is that guy an innkeeper? Armor, weaponsmith. I guess your hearth is just set to back there in that other building. I was gonna say if we could set our hearth, it'll eventually help us, but I guess that's not a thing for right now. So we need to get skeletons, which are kind of mixed in on this backside here, and then the wolves and bats. I think the drop rate on the bat things is fairly high, so this shouldn't take a real long time. They modified a lot of the drop rates when they put in the expansions to the games, and they also changed the way some of the stats work, some of the mechanics. But mostly I think for the better. I mean, I know certainly certain classes, like that prot paladin I just leveled, they weren't tanks in classic. They just didn't have what they needed. And now, even in Burning Crusade, they were kind of, you know, you had to really want it to be a tank as a paladin. But now, in Wrath of the Lich King, it's definitely effective to tank with a paladin. So I keep trying to use my paladin abilities. I guess when you play Days, play time on a character, it's hard to stop. My weapon damage is really So we're gonna do tailoring. I'm not sure what my second trade skill. You know, Fret isn't exactly what I need to be gunning for, so I don't really want to do leatherworking. Also, if I'm gonna be leveling as a disc priest, grinding, you know, leather skinnable mobs probably isn't going to be my preferred method. I'd like to do some multiplayer levels, you know, where I'm just queuing as healer over and over or whatever. And so I don't know that skinning is going to be really the best choice for me, even though, and also because crit just isn't that good. Herbalism seems like a trashy bonus for me. In other words, I just don't have a ton of interest in the herbalism bonus of heal myself over time when I have a spell called Renew. I mean, I guess if, what is it, Life Bloom or Life Blood or something, I guess if that was off the global cooldown and you could like macro it in with a trinket or something, it could be useful for like PvP or whatever, but I just don't see like priests needing a whole lot of that in dungeons, so I don't see it really as a PvE skill. Whereas if you get enchanting or jewel crafting or whatever, you can get an item that's going to be more effective for you. Oh, we need more bats. There's a bat. We'll have that later. So, you guys let me know in the comments, like, oh, whoops. Did I have a full inventory and miss my bat thing? Yes, I did. Alright. There. We got a... Oh, nice. We got a red pouch and a green pouch. And I mean, I know as far as usefulness, they're the same as the brown ones, but man, they're so much cooler. It feels like Christmas or something because I got colorful pouches. I like them to be all the same color. Like, I actually like the black ones, but whatever. Red and green are cool too. So we're just gonna work our way back over here, we're doing real terribly on this. Like, I can't find any bats. There's not enough guys between here and back where we started to really get what I need. But we'll eventually get it. That's part of what this game is all about, is being here for the grind. I'm gonna be posting this probably today, later. And I'm gonna try to divide these videos up where they're no longer than like 15-minute increments, and they're detailed as far as like what quests I did and what I did, you know, within that session, because I don't think anybody, I mean, I would rather just not have it broken into like hour-long videos where it's just like, oh, me leveling 1 to 10, me leveling 10 to 14, whatever. I want it to be broken up by like zone, and also like what quests or what part of that zone that I did. And I know in the later zones that'll be bigger videos, but still gonna try to keep them under 30 minutes. So. Oh, a crit for 25. Always like on classes where you get big damage, like warrior or mage, like trying to wait till I get a crit over 100 or crit over 1,000. You know, oh, that's the first crit over 1,000. It's always exciting. But I guess for this particular run through, we're mainly going to be healing and stuff. Okay, so we're good on those. Oh, actually got all the bat wings before. Notice how towards the end of the quest, I work my way back over near the quest givers. You know, once you kind of get a feel for about how long the quest takes and everything, you can do stuff like that. But if you do it and you don't have enough of the things, then you have to track back away, and then it doesn't always work out, but you can try.
What do you require?
So we're gonna turn in this and get
Dark
that.
lady, watch over you.
Rattle cages, boots.
Hello.
Which remains. Alright, so what I want to do now is to sell a lot of this stuff, but I want to equip, you know, anything that needs equipped. Actually, I don't really care that much about equipping stuff. The amount of gain that you get on this kind of stuff, like 4 armor, 3 armor, it's pretty negligible. It's not completely negligible.
And you
armor, I'll show you. I'll probably have like 10% DR from armor, and that's pretty limited. I mean, if you think about it, when guys are hitting you for 1, it's like, okay, 10% DR, but you know, it is eventually useful, but right now it's not super useful. So we need Samuel Phipp's remains, spiders, and scavenge goods. So there's scavenge goods right here. Look, there's 2 of 6 right there. And then there's some more over here. There's 2 more of 6. I think there's one in there. But we really need to start edging across this other way. Probably. So in here, I think there's one upstairs in this building, but again, have a lot of choices of where we can go and collect those. They're all over the place. Unless somebody else is collecting them, then it gets a little tedious. There's our 6th one. And then we'll go down and get Samuel Phipps. Then the spiders, and then we'll probably hearth back. And then I think after that there's only a few more quests in the starting zone. But again, I don't want to make this video super duper long. I'd rather clip it and have multiple videos. So once we get Samuel Phipps and the spiders and bury him and turn in, you know, the quest for scavenging goods and those 3, then we'll probably have that be the end of this video. So here's Samuel Phipps. There you can see it on the thing. Now I don't want to heal myself near him. I cast Smite. I feel like Smite should automatically crit on undead, like what I don't know what the thing does, but I guess that's on a 15-second cooldown, so they can afford to make it a little better. So we got Samuel Phipps remains. You bury him up there by town, and we already have that. So all we need is the spiders. And I don't know which expansion they did it, but they made the spiders where they're a little bit less aggressive. And by a little bit less, I mean they're non-aggressive mobs, even inside the cave. And so there's really, not that it was really hard not to die in the starting zone before, but now if you die in the starting zone, it's almost like you must have tried to die in the starting zone. Or you're just new to this whole archetype of game, or the movement keys are not comfortable for you or something. So we've got 13 mobs to kill here. There's really no reason to kill an extra one unless we make a mistake. The mobs don't aggro to you automatically, so we shouldn't have to kill them to get them off of us. Now it's only 12. The tree actually is LMS worthy. Some of the things, you know, this game isn't perfect. Sometimes you'll be visually blocked, but you'll still be able to cast a spell. Other times they'll be, or it looks like you can actually see the thing, and it will block the spell. And within dungeons, I know most of those, but out in the open world, I mean, I don't really know most of them. Especially not in a starting zone where there's really no need to LOS anything. Alright, so we've got 3 more of these, and then 5. So we're really closing in here. I think the other kind of spider is mostly inside of the cave. That was a good time to level because my mana was getting low. Alright, so 1 more little spider, and then we'll start killing the night web spiders that aren't young. Guess we've been, what is it when you kill the young people? The Hall of the War? No, that was, never mind. That was something else. That was, yes, not killing young people. That was when they took all the farmers and took the people from the city and let them have the farms. Everybody started. It was a little bit different than what I'm at. I was thinking, wasn't there a country where like the young people rose up and killed them? Kind of took over. It was called like a genocide. But genocide is kind of a non-specific. It was more specific word than that. It's not coming to mind. Like the young people, elder side or something. It's not that. Kind of a weird topic to go into. Not really what I planned for this video, but hey. Gotta get into the genocide at some point before we run into Alliance, and I have to show y'all genocide first then. Okay. Well, I tried to make it into a genocide joke. Again, you know, not sure if genocide jokes are really what's gonna get my channel from 6 subscribers to 6 million, but we'll see. Maybe it'll go 6 to 10 with the genocide thing, and then I can turn a different corner. one more, and then we're gonna use hurt for efficiency here because we're a little bit of ways away from where the quest directions are. And even though the hurt is taking us to another spot, it's also a little ways away. It's a little bit less of a ways away. It'll put us like here. It seems the same, but you have to run around. It's further. I want it to be more efficient.
Hello.
So we're gonna go ahead and finish up the Samuel's Remains quest so that everyone sees where you bury it, and then turn in the other 2 quests, sell everything, and then we will log out and clip the video for next time. So that's a downgrade. Looking for an upgrade. Not seeing an upgrade. Nope. Alright, so let's go bury him before we do the other quest. He gets buried right here. There's a little sparkle now. Used to, it was harder to find without the sparkle.
What now?
Scavenge goods. Go ahead and take the bell.
Embrace the shadow.
I know technically the cape is also an item that I could have picked, and it was an upgrade, but it seems like usually you find more capes in the starting area than you do belts. In fact, I think there's a specialty mob that drops a cape that we're going to run into eventually.
Trust no one.
Okay, so I don't know on this where I'm going to end up putting that. I feel like I'm not going to use it very much as a healer. Maybe there. And then okay, that'll probably work. Alright.
This had better be.
Flax vest, 10 armor. Alright, let's get that. Okay, is there any quest for us to accept? No, just scarlet armbands. And then go over there.
What do you require?
Alright. Well, we got 2 bags. We completed some quests. Achievements isn't unlocked yet, but we've already started working towards some achievements. I don't guess there's anywhere where you get rested experience here in the starting zone. So we're just going to go ahead and click the video and end it here.